Hello everyone, and welcome to Perilous Pursuits. I'm GoGo DM, and I'm proud to present my second D&D live play campaign, the Mobius Chronicles. This homebrew campaign is a continuation of the characters and stories from my first campaign, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and follows the characters as they uncover a dangerous threat against the entire world and beyond. So sit back and close your eyes as you join our adventuring party in the lands of Faerun, and listen to their perilous pursuits. If you'd like to watch this episode and see the 3D and animated maps that we use, go to our YouTube channel linked at www.perilouspursuits.com. Hey, Ray, you want to roll for recap? Just you.
No.
All right, I'll start over because apparently you have to hit the record button to record stuff. So, last when we left off, you guys were in Evermeet. You were chasing Perrin, who Erdan had thought he had killed and got banished from Evermeet. Caught him. His associate, the Black Viper, escaped you guys barely with her life. And when you guys got back into the throne room, you hear booming sounds in the distance, and you see the fleet out in the harbor, the Great Navy of Evermeet, blowing up and catching on fire. You're not sure how. Maybe some of you have your thoughts, but no proof. And, yeah.
Just spontaneously blowing up from underneath.
Just spontaneous blowing up, yeah, it happens. So, yeah, it's now it's the next morning. You guys are fully rested. I think you guys went up a level last time, too, didn't you?
We went up 2 levels.
What level are we?
8.
So it's the next morning. You guys are fully rested, long rested, and there's no fanfare as you prepare to leave Evermeet. The burning husks of the Great Elven Navy. It's turned the sky black with soot, and the king and his retinue escort your party to the Zephyr, which is safe in a landlocked lake in the middle of a park, which is very smart that you guys did that. Otherwise, you'd be swimming home. So they escort you to the Zephyr. There was kind of a hastily made dock to the Zephyr because there was no dock on this lake before. It's tied up there. And Erdan, the king, approaches you and he presents you with a necklace similar to the one Viteris had. And he says, "You and your friends are welcome to come and go to Evermeet. This necklace will give you safe passage." And he kind of looks at you sternly and he says, "This is a key to Evermeet, Erdan. Guard it with your life." And he kind of looks over at Viteris. So standing on that hastily constructed dock, Liana is beside you. She's holding your hand, Erdan, and kind of leaning against your shoulder. And she says to you, "I'd really like to go with you, but I need to help my people rebuild here. We were very vulnerable with our navy, and now there's rumors of war. And the king and your father are talking about conscription plans to build our forces again."
So should Erdan stay behind then? He might be conscripted into the army?
And to start making babies for the army?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're kind of telling us to leave now?
Well, they know you have to go back to Waterdeep. They have the two prisoners.
Corpses.
What's that?
We have the 2 corpses.
Yeah, they're kind of on a wheelbarrow, and they've kind of handed it to you. That gets wheeled up to the ship.
Can you have them put in bags, please?
Yeah, they're in bags.
You get them in a to-go bag.
Like a styrofoam one, so there's no like air leaking or anything.
Yeah, no, they got the Ziploc bags, double seal,
Oh, it's that
double bagged,
freezer safe.
freezer safe. Yeah,
Good luck.
Were you guys still looking for this assassin, or?
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, we've looked across the island and we haven't found anything so far. We'll continue looking.
Do we have any conclusive proof of Charles Axel's involvement?
I don't know. Do you? Not that. No, you don't. I'll answer that. Because it's been 3 weeks. So, no, you have what you've seen, which was glimpses of something underwater outside of the storm. Glimpses of a strange wake after you got through the storm underwater. So those are kind of the things you told, and they're like, it's not a lot to go on. But when they saw everything blowing up, they're like, how else could it happen? But they're not sure about Jarlaxle because he's a open Lord of Luskan. It'd be crazy for him to do something like that.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Is it?
So, Erdan, Liana says to you, I know you need to go, but I'll always be here waiting for you. And she kind of goes on her toes to give you a kiss and a hug.
Isn't that in a sexier voice, Gord?
Yeah. That's not
There,
good
Dan.
for me.
I need Jason for that.
Like Jason does for you.
Okay. Fuck.
That's what Jason does for you? Fuck.
You realize that's recorded, right?
I know you need to go, Erdan. But
It's the first time I've heard her speak.
but know this, and she whispers in your ear, I'll always be waiting for you.
Oh, this is the ASMR portion of.
Yeah, that's right. She just starts licking the mic. And she goes on her toes and gives you a kiss and a hug.
Oh, okay. I thought you said she'd give me a big wet willy.
Yeah. Your mother's here. Your mother's here too, and she gives you a kiss on the cheek and tells you how proud she is of you.
What does the mom sound like?
Hey, Erdan, I'm so proud of you.
You just about got to argue to get beer out of his
She steps back and she moves to the side, and through the crowds of the people, a well-dressed elf comes up to you, and you recognize him as your father. And he stands before you with his face kind of looking down, and you notice there might be a tear in his eye, and he finally looks up at you and he says, I was a fool, my son. I should have believed you instead of following my peers. And he's awkward. It's very awkward for him. He says, I'm proud of what you've become, Erdan, and I would ask that, I would beg that you would forgive me.
I just I put my hand out to shake his hand.
Okay. He reaches out and he shakes your hand and gives you a nod, and
then I pull him in and I give him a pat on the shoulder.
all right, he doesn't expect it at all, and he kind of like, okay, and he kind of goes in, he kind of gives you a hug, and while you're hugging, he says, don't ever forget, Erdan, you are a cardinal and a prince of Evermeet. Most importantly...
Michelle Cardinal.
What?
What?
And he says, most importantly, you are my son with whom I am very proud. And he kind of steps back. Verteris and Colomar are there, and they also bow to the party, and Verteris shakes all your hands, and he goes up to you, Reb, and he really shakes your hand, and he says, thanks you again for saving his life when he fell off the boat.
Leapt off the boat?
Yep. Yeah, I guess I did. So there's farewells and handshakes and hugs and everything, and but you guys step onto the Zephyr, and it's a somber mood. The absence of the dwarf Slipknot who got lost in the storm, and his colorful language is deafening. The elven crowds around the lake, they're looking at the one boat that works on this island as it kind of pulls away from the dock to the center of the lake, and some are cheering and others are crying. And the king is standing on the deck. He yells out in a booming voice to everybody. And he says, "We will build our great navy, and we will bring to justice those responsible for this attack, which will go down in infamy." And he looks at you guys and he says, "May your journey be safe, my friends." And you have Captain Gregorius on the boat. You have the first mate, Yolana, the female elf, and the cook and the engineer, and some other crew as well that are kind of just getting the ship ready. And the crew kind of gathers at the center of the boat as each crew member remembers a funny story about Slipknot. And when it gets to Spoon, he says, "Ah, shit, there goes Gregorius spouting off again." And just totally awkward in this situation. And Gregorius kind of looks at Spoon and kind of with a solemn smile, he pats the Kenku on the shoulder and nods at him and turns his back to everyone. He quietly kind of says, "Lift off, first mate Yolana, and wake me when we get to the drowned Citadel." And the captain goes to his cabin and he closes his door. And the ship is lifting up out of the water as Yolana hits all the levers, and the sails start going, and you guys are soaring away from the capital city of Evermeet up into the clouds.
Why are we going to the drowned Citadel? That doesn't sound good.
Yolana says, "Oh, yeah, the drowned Citadel. It's really just a marker out in the middle of the ocean. We use it, and many other boats use it for navigation. And it's just a strange dark patch on the ocean that never seems to move.
So we're not like...
There's no... well, I guess, legend has it that a great citadel was there on an island thousands of years ago, but it was a technological and magical wonder and was the center of great knowledge at the time. It was told that they became masters of the sea, above and below. And the Citadel was renowned all across the world. And the ship, she kind of adjusts the course a little bit as they head towards the storm and the correct direction going east. And she says, "I've heard rumors that they've discovered an ancient forbidden magic meant only for the gods. And the old seers used to say they angered the gods, led by Morden himself. And the gods actually dragged the Citadel to the bottom of the sea to be lost forever."
And what did she call this place?
She called it the Drowned Citadel.
Oh.
Doesn't sound like a pleasant place, but...
who knows? These are storybook child stories that you go to sleep with, and your parents kind of tell you at night to keep you in line. It's entertaining.
Do you stop at this drowned citadel for a while, or?
No, it's just a marker so that we know whereabouts on the ocean we are. It's kind of a permanent marker. This dark circle. So, don't worry about it. That's not a big deal. It's just a marker on the ocean. So you guys are heading towards the roiling. You kind of pass through a barrier because it looks like blue sky and you can see the ocean forever. And then you pass through some invisible barrier and all of a sudden you see the storm pop up in front of you. It's almost like they don't want to look at the storm all the time on the horizon. So they have this kind of a vision that looks beyond the storm. And then after you pass that barrier, the storm appears. So you're kind of outside of that illusionary view. So you're approaching the storm and Yolana says, "I hope that necklace works." And as you approach, a hole opens up in the clouds, and there's lightning sparking all around, and it's big enough for the ship to fit through. And you guys able to go right through the storm. You can hear the thunder and the lightning around, and you do see some of the beasts that you fought before kind of just riding on the lightning around you, wanting to maybe attack, but have strict instructions to show you the protection of the necklace that Erdan has cannot attack you.
I thought it would be more from the rod that we got that Jack has turned into a javelin.
That was from defeating the breath of lightning.
Yeah, but I thought that protected us in the storm as well.
No, you guys defeated it and it turned into that, but it didn't provide any protection from the storm. It's the necklaces are the only things that protect you from the storm.
Did the boat take any damage from the storm last time we went through it?
Yeah, it did. It took some lightning damage and stuff, and there's scars on it. But the elven shipwrights were, since they have nothing else to do, fixed it up pretty good.
Yeah, nothing else to do but fix our ship.
That's right. So you had like 50 guys working on your
They
ship.
started working on ours, but then their ships all blew up. We're here already. We might as well finish because we're going to be busy for a while.
Yeah. So your ship is it does show scars. They weren't able to paint it in time, but it's kind of cool. You know, this was a ship that was brand new, not a mark on it. Now it's got some battle wounds on it. But
It's some history now.
what's that?
I say it has history now.
It's got some history, yeah. Good old Zephyr.
got some cred.
So you guys travel for a few hours, and the hole just kind of keeps opening up as you move forward and closes in behind you as you leave. And you come out through the other end of the storm, and you come out to kind of a cloudy, overcast day. And it's kind of the middle of the day, or almost noon. Just overcast. It's the ocean is below, and you're heading east. Is there anything you wanted to do? It's gonna. Yolanda says it'll probably be a day to get to the drowned Citadel.
Okay, when I go to my quarters, I want to cast Arcanus Magic Aura on the necklace.
Okay. And what does that do?
When you place an illusion on a creature or an object you touch so that... Oh, you place an illusion so that divination spells reveal false information about it. The target will cast a spell, you choose both the following effects. The effect lasts for the duration. If you cast a spell on the creature or object every day for 30 days, place the same effect on it each time. The illusion lasts until it is dispelled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast an illusion on it so that when someone casts detect magic on it, it does not appear that it's magical.
Because it's an illusion?
It says here, false aura. You change the way the target appears to spells and magical effects, such as detect magic.
Oh, okay. So it takes 30 days of every day of doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no problem.
It
So
lasts for 24 hours when I cast it.
Oh, so this is something you just do once a day.
So I do it once a day for
Is it a ritual?
30 days.
Every 29 days when he's sleeping, I'd cast Dispel Magic on it.
You should have done that in the middle of the storm.
No, it's not. It's not a ritual spell.
Okay.
But it's part of my. I have it.
And I'll assume that you're doing this every day. I'm not going to make you remember to do it every day.
That's a very niche, specific spell.
At the end of the day,
Yeah. So after 30 days, it permanently won't show as a magical item?
Thank
Need that.
Correct.
Yeah.
He has to cast it every day for 30 days, and then it will be permanent.
Yeah. And does that take up a spell slot?
Yeah, it's a second level spell slot, so I'm going to cast it at the end of the day every day, and then it'll last for 20
Okay, well, if it takes up a spell slot, I'm going to ask you to remember then. Because I want to make sure you use that spell slot.
It's part of my evening ritual before I go to bed.
Okay. If you have a second level spell slot left.
Yeah.
You don't want to burn through. So when Ray's character is about to die and you have that second level spell to save him, I gotta keep it. Sorry, Ray.
That's right.
I gotta save this for my bedtime story.
That's right. So there is the ballista. Some of the viewing platforms. The crew is kind of busy just tying down the ship and everything like that. Everything's going pretty smooth. The Spoon has lunch. He brings lunch out onto the main deck since it's a nice day. They have some planks they kind of put on some barrels, and you guys are eating out there in the day. It's still overcast, but it's kind of nice. You get the sea breeze, and it's good. Is there anything else you guys want to do for the day?
Theodore would like to gather everyone, Vincent, Jack, Bird, and Lucan. Lucan.
Yeah.
Yep, Lucan. And Revy. And just sit everybody together, maybe while we're having lunch or after lunch, kind of away from maybe the crew, and just be I know we got asked about what we're supposed to be called. We've been through some stuff together. Maybe we should kind of solidify something.
Well,
And Yolana looks over at you, Jack, and says, "Your name's Jack, right?"
Yeah? What?
Well, how about the jackasses? And she kind of snickers. Jack and the asses. No laughter. She just walks back to the steering wheel.
Taylor just kind of glares at her. Is that wasn't. You're not part of this conversation.
I don't think I've been around long enough to be to have my name associated with any of this.
no, but I mean, Revy's been around a long time. Maybe we should call it Revy and the Jets.
No.
That's awful.
No.
It's like Maximus and the Miners.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
I've heard
terrible.
of them. They're great.
Mm.
They put on a show. Oh,
They're doing a tour up north, aren't they?
Yeah, it's
Countdown to Frozen Man.
yeah, Frozen Man.
Frozen Man. Yeah, I heard that's a riot.
Frozen Man tour.
Oh, what's your idea?
Well,
We did lose a party member. Maybe we should name it after him.
Yeah, let's just call it the Fizzes.
oh,
Fizztastic.
we'll just fizzle out then.
The Fizzlers.
Did he really fizzle out, or
No,
did he
he's
get
more
turned to
like-
dust?
It's more like dust.
Just call ourselves Dust in the Wind.
Dead end.
Dust in the wind. It's too long. You gotta shorten it.
How about the Dust? That sounds pretty cool.
The Dust.
The Dust.
That does sound cool.
Ominous enough. It's got some hidden meanings.
It's mysterious. I love mysterious.
It gets everywhere and on everything.
Just like me.
It never gets out.
Mm-hmm.
Gets in all the
What's
cracks.
in your hair? Jack off.
I think we got to think about this a little harder.
No, I like the dust. Lucan votes the dust.
Collateral damage.
I mean, that's what happens.
That's not
Does
good
anybody
branding.
want a higher collateral damage?
Technically, that would be a better name for us. We seem to hurt each other more than anybody else.
I'm okay with the dust.
Frenemies?
A little bit of a throwback to FBM.
You know, FBM.
Is about the Magnificent.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have to decide now. Just throwing it out there before some other
But someone else throws the dust out there.
royalty comes and asks us what our name is.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to be the ass jacks.
Okay.
That's all.
Um,
Well, someone else. I guess.
And we've got a few days before we're back.
So you guys know we're definitely going to be exploring this sunken cavern thing, right? Like, it's guaranteed.
I mean, it doesn't sound that bad. It sounds
We're
intriguing.
not going to Neverwinter? Or
Waterdeep?
no, Neverwinter. Let's go to Neverwinter.
Devin's all about that staff.
I'm
What's
good
in
to
Neverwinter?
go after,
My fucking staff.
I thought your staff was in Luskin with, what's his name?
No, Scourge has it in Neverwinter.
Oh,
That's where we know Scourge was last.
Yes.
So this dark spot in the ocean, how deep is it? You know?
Yolanda kind of looks at you and she says, that is weird. It's because it's not like it's any deeper or shallower than the rest of the ocean around there. It's that we know of. And it's just, we're not sure why it's discolored like that. And it doesn't float away. Like, it's not something floating on the surface. So it's kind of a mystery. But it's handy. It's handy as hell.
In these stories that that get told about the drowned Citadel, is it like people never come back from there, or big monsters, or?
Oh, the story is just that the gods were angered with the forbidden magic that they were trying to learn and master.
Mm-hmm.
And so Moradin gathered the other gods and dragged the entire island Citadel to the bottom of the sea.
Has anyone ever been there and come back, lived to tell the tale?
Not that I know of.
I, for one, wouldn't mind having the power of the gods at my disposal.
So we should go to the Temple of Moradin
Yeah.
and make sure he's on our side.
I already
Dwarf
have,
gods mean nothing to me.
I already have the power of the gods at my disposal. Only god that matters.
How about, we're a couple days from there. Can you do, like, some kind of augury or something to figure out if there's something useful down there for us?
Are you asking Yolanda that?
No, Erdan. Well, anyone. Does anyone have some kind of divination or something they could use?
Augury.
Isn't that a druid thing?
No.
No.
Like that's.
You need components for it.
Yeah, I don't have the components for it.
And Yolanda says we'll probably come up on it tomorrow afternoon, around noon, and then we got to adjust our course a little bit to head straight to Waterdeep. We passed it on the way out, but it was nighttime. We just assumed everyone knew about it.
All right. Well, let's continue on.
All right. Well, the day continues, and they drop the boat a little bit. If you a couple of fishing lines go over the edge. If you guys want to try some fishing, you can.
Yeah.
Fishing minigame.
Yeah. You could roll a animal handling. See if
Come in.
anyone catches a fish.
6.
A 6. Anyone who wants to fish can roll a d20. Animal
Got
handling.
a 7.
A 7. Yeah, you guys are. You guys are not getting any bites.
We're getting slowly better though. 6, 7. I got 8.
Spoon rolled an 18, so he's just yanking fish in for dinner. Pulls up some nice tuna. So it's getting into evening, and you guys sit down for dinner. Spoon has created his great fish feast. He threw out some crab drops too, so you have some nice fresh crab that he's cooked. You guys are all in the mess hall, in the side at the dining table, and the captain. You haven't seen him all day. He's just been sitting in his cabin, and he finally comes out. He seems a little better, but I guess losing Slipknot has hit him hard. And you guys are all sitting around, and he just kind of raises his wine glass and says, "To new friends, and to remembering old friends." And he's like, "Cheers."
Cheers.
Cheers.
And he asks Yolanda, "How goes it?" And he says, Yolanda's like, "It's good. We should hit the drowned Citadel tomorrow afternoon around lunchtime, and then we'll adjust our course." And she gives the bearing. And he's like, "Good. Yeah, we're making good time." He kind of looks it over at you guys, and he says, "Well, that was quite the adventure. Thank you for suggesting putting the ship in the lake. She's been through a lot, but I would hate to lose her." And he kind of he reaches over and gives the bulkhead a pat and says, This ship took care of us." So what do you guys...
Erdan.
What's that?
Good idea, Erdan.
Yeah. And he says, "What are your guys' plans when you get back to Waterdeep?"
We'll likely have to report to
L'Oreal?
L'Oreal and that's the other lady that we work for.
Vajra?
Vajra. We'll likely have to report to L'Oreal and Vajra on what happened. Actually, we'd appreciate your testimony on some of the stuff that happened with regards to. Is there like a blow dryer or something?
No? I don't hear
Okay,
anything.
I'm just getting like a bunch of background noise.
Oh, that might be Foundry if you want to turn your volume down inside Foundry. In the browser.
Okay.
You can just turn all your music off.
Foundry's got the laundry going.
Yeah, we got, yeah. Spoon's doing a load. Of laundry art. Slipknot told me how to do that too. Doesn't work well with feathers though. So you guys kind of have a mild night, and you had a few drinks. You guys kind of can stay up and or go to bed. Anybody want to do anything or call it a night? What?
Nighttime prayers.
I want to do my nighttime prayers and cast my nighttime spell.
Okay, so I'm marking a necklace.
Day one.
A 1.
One check.
Can I investigate the ship for stowaways?
Yeah, roll an investigation
Oh, I'll totally do that with you, Revenant.
with advantage.
Smart.
16.
Okay. You're kind of moving around, and on the lower deck there is a small closet door.
Yeah.
You hear a slight shifting sound behind it.
I pull out my staff and I rip open the door.
You rip open the door and you hear this scream as Tansak, the small male gnome, he's kind of cuddled up in a little tiny bed in this closet. He's got this small gnome with glasses. He takes care of the boat and he screams, "Ah! Don't hurt me!"
I explained to him that I was not aware that this was a bedroom.
This is,
I was checking for stowaways.
no stowaways on my ship.
Is anybody
Tansak would know.
check on the bodies?
Did we forget the bodies?
No, the bodies were put in the storage down below.
That's stupid dead.
Yeah.
Can you cast Spare the Dying?
Bodies? What would that be?
What bodies are these, by the way?
These are the 2 drow that
About,
were caught.
Oh, right.
About gentle decompose or whatever. Cast that.
Gentle Repose?
Gentle repose, yeah.
The elves
Body's fresh.
the elves did that before you left.
Yeah, I mean, they're sealed in for freshness.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
The
Just
elven
last for 10 days.
Double Ziploc holds it. It's
I
that,
could
that sweet
cast.
body freshness.
I could speak the dead.
Can you?
Yeah.
elven cleric did
Ask them.
gentle repose.
Ask them something.
Perfect.
You should ask them.
You got the slots to do so. You might as well do it.
You want to ask them.
I don't know if they're going to give up any information, though, right? You have to, like, pretend you're someone who they might talk to. And then they might give up information.
Ask them
They didn't see me.
Oh, the afterlife is going? I'll just taunt them a little bit.
They maybe might be willing to have you resurrect
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
if you were to give me the right information.
right, or we could do some
'Cause they're
of your
probably
bidding
having-
and get revenge for you. Tell us who killed you.
Yeah. Well, they're probably having a hell of a time.
All right, ask him.
You only get one shot at this
There's 2 bodies.
You got 2 slots.
Well, several days.
I'm googling speak with dead spell.
Do the corpses still have mouths?
Oh yeah, they're fully intact.
What do you want those for?
Actually, one is actually kind of messed up because there was a fireball spell implanted in him, like a delayed fireball spell. So he's in pieces. But the other one is fully intact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the one that's blown up, the mouth is all mangled. You don't even know where the mouth is.
Has it been less than 10 days since they died?
Yes.
that other spell.
I think that's like 5 questions. Okay, we're gonna go ask him some questions.
Okay. So you go down there, you unzip the corpse that
Admire the mouth.
is in. Yeah, you do a little dental work. Nice teeth.
Cast a spell. Is anybody able to maybe change how they look to look like maybe, I don't know, Darlaxel.
You want me to change myself to look like Jarlaxo and then ask them questions? I thought Erdan has to be the one asking questions. I can't change him.
No, but if you were there.
Oh, to be like beside him?
Yeah. Vouch for him.
Do they get sight?
The corpses under are no compulsion to offer a truthful answer.
Unless
But if their
you look
Gerald Axel was there, they would probably be willing to.
Or maybe they're... Okay, so we're going to cast a spell.
Okay, you cast a spell on it, and you see the chest taking a breath. It kind of rises up. You hear the... What would you like to ask it?
Do you want revenge?
Revenge was not the mission.
Who sent you on the mission?
And he looks over beside you. He did.
Who's beside me?
Jarlaxle?
You can dress as Darlaxel.
Why?
To gather information.
Why did Darlaxel want to destroy the fleet?
Sorry, I missed that.
Why did Darlaxel want to destroy you?
Do we have another person on there? Or?
I think there's background noise on Evan.
Oh, Devin, can you mic?
Sorry, I'm just about to mute it.
Okay. All right. Sorry, can you ask that again?
Why did Jarlaxle want to destroy the Elven fleet?
He did it for the master of the world.
What?
What was in it for him?
The world.
Is it 5? No, I thought that was 4.
That was 5. And you just see the last air just kind of collapse the chest.
Okay.
Well, that was useful. That was a good idea.
Hold on.
Now we know we're up against something even bigger than Jarl Axel.
Well,
Hey, you guys want to get any photos while I'm still dressed as Jarlaxle?
Yeah, let's do some. Let's put
Can
you
I
in some
punch you a few
compromising
times?
positions.
yeah, act like you're fucking this corpse.
The one with the intact mouth.
Oh. Okay, Lucan, what do you do with that corpse? I want you to roleplay it.
I'll say,
Look at its mouth.
are you a priest or a cleric?
Oh man.
I should have got him to say something like "ooh" at the end.
You're doing stuff to the corpse, and they cast a spell on your on your illusion. So it looks like you doing that to the corpse.
Yeah, but
D-spell.
okay, whatever. Who's filming this?
Yeah, we haven't invented cameras yet. We're still working on that.
It's the first sex tape in Faerun.
Okay. All right.
And you guys kind of zip up the body again and get that fresh seal back.
Press all the air out first.
Yeah. There, you got the air out.
Just what that would smell like. This corpse has been.
Gentle repose is taking care of it.
Oh yeah.
Nice and fresh.
Yeah.
Nice and
If
fresh.
there's some time this evening or while we've been on the ship for a day, I'd like to, talk with Fizzbot, the fine familiar, the pseudo dragon,
Oh, sure, yeah.
and maybe I could teach him some tricks. Like maybe he can jump over the stick and roll over, maybe beg, blow fireball, something like that.
I
You
have
ready?
existed for thousands of years. This is the meaning. I will not do it.
Well, as the spell says, he can cast spells. Like I can cast spells through him.
Yeah.
All he has to do is touch. So maybe we'll try something like I don't know, hold person.
Fizzbot's up for that. That sounds like fun.
No, it sounds like fun though.
Sneaking into somebody's bedroom or something and paralyzing them.
So it has to be a touch spell. Like I don't have any healing.
It's someone who has to go to the bathroom real bad, and you paralyze them just before they go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Never touch.
Can it be self? Or no? I don't know. I just want to see if I can.
Yeah, you could do. You could, if you want to paralyze yourself, I'll let you.
No. What I mean is, can I choose a spell that is targeted self? But why don't we do like a feather fall or something like that? So Fizzbutt, go and touch Eodar and
But,
cast feather fall on him.
Featherfall isn't a touch, though.
Well, I don't have any touch spells. I don't know.
Well, that is your failure, not mine.
Okay, invisibility. Go and touch.
I think it is. Isn't it?
Yeah. Sure. Let's do invisibility. If that works, let's do that.
It's enlarged reduce? No,
We don't have that one.
So, do you do it, Fizz?
Yeah,
This-
so Fizzbot will what? Sneak up to the first mate that's behind the wheel and turn her invisible.
Oh, not Theodore. You're doing it to the first mate.
Oh, is it? Did he say Theodore?
Yeah.
Oh, well, whatever he said. Yeah, he's sure.
But that actually would make perfect sense for Fizz to do something like that. But okay.
So if I cast it, then Fizz can do it. Like
Yeah.
it's
So I
not
have
like
to coordinate. I gotta be in position while you cast. I think, right?
right. But you go get up close to it, or
Okay.
him, or it, or them.
So you're close to you. The pseudo dragon walks up to you, Theodore, and.
Oh
you
no,
see-
I like prowls up behind it, or totally doesn't know he's there.
Yeah. Yeah, Theodore, you know this dragon's sneaking up on behind you, but you're just being nice, pretending you
I
don't know.
could cast invisibility on the pseudo dragon.
I'm making a stealth check.
All right. He has. Jason has the card.
I
so-
rolled a 15.
Oh, you need the card, or do you have it, Ray?
I don't know what the bonus is. I just rolled a 15.
I'm sure it's pretty high.
We'll say it's flat bonuses.
Okay. So Taylor might see that. 15.
Perception, passive perception.
14.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
but
so-
I could. I'm trying to get my words in edgewise here with you guys talking back and forth. and I cast invisibility on the pseudo dragon,
Okay.
and then he's invisible while he creeps up to someone.
Okay.
And then when I cast invisibility again, it'll drop on the first person but go on the second.
Okay.
You could sneak up invisibly, and
So-
then when I cast invisibility again, you could just cast invisibility on their pants. Not
On an object.
I don't know if that's going to happen. I think the whole person would go invisible, not just their pants.
Not the person home.
Okay.
But I like how you're thinking.
Yeah.
Unless the pants were magic pants. If they were like a mimic, it would work because they're.
Yeah.
So we need to get some mimic pants and give them to somebody, and that would count as a creature that you touch.
I'm writing this down.
I'm writing this down.
Mimic pants.
Yeah.
Well, what about those pants that are magical?
Yum, yum,
that
yum.
themselves?
We gotta get some mimic pants and give them to Jarlaxle. He likes magic objects.
A well-behaving mimic pants could be really good.
It's twice as much if you take the fangs off it.
Toothless mimic.
Plot action.
Anyway, I spent some time learning about which spells I can actually cast through this thing, and
Yeah. You sneak up on Teodar. Teodar, all of a sudden, you find yourself invisible, and then you're not invisible, and stuff's happening. People are just weird spells are happening all around you. Yeah, you totally start to get to know how this works, figuring it out, how this familiar works.
okay, I'll probably burn all my second level spells trying this out.
Okay. Yeah, and you can just describe what happens.
Oh, we went through it. I'm happy
Okay,
with that.
so it all happens, and
As
you
far as
start.
spell slots. I've burned 3 second level spells.
Okay, so you kind of figure out how this works now. You're getting the hang of it, feeling more comfortable with it. It's almost like you're attuning to it. So it's getting a little bit later in the night. You guys going to bed?
Yep.
Okay. Is there going to be a watch at all?
Theodore
won't
will
bother.
stay up a bit.
Okay.
Just kind of like sit out on the deck and be quiet. Just look out at the night sky.
All right.
I will do my ritual casting every night. Second time in a row. Unless it's the same night. Same night or what?
No.
Okay. That's number 2.
Okay. You're on the deck, Teodar. You're just kind of watching, and a person in a cloak. You're leaning over the rail, and a person in a cloak leans up against the rail beside you. The face is hidden from the hood.
I'll just kind of put on my one hand and kind of put it beside my side, kind of ready. Like, what are you doing here?
I thought I'd check in on you.
Checking on me? Do I know this voice?
You recognize it as your queen.
I'll just kind of like put my hand to my side and kind of like bow my head in a bit of reverence. And be like, I didn't expect your presence tonight.
It's a beautiful night. And you guys see stars just filling the sky, twinkling. And she says, I don't get to see this much.
Kind of nice. A little nicer than where I grew up. don't see why you'd like to stay here longer.
Things are happening, Theodore. Things are... It's hard to see, but something's happening. But I've talked to the other gods. They feel it, but nobody can see it.
Turn my head towards her and
you see, she's turned a little bit. You see this perfect porcelain mask in a dark shroud. White porcelain mask.
and I'll recount the tale of Ilya and the Master of the World to her. The shipwreck where the brass dragon perished. So
We
this
are
is
what?
the second time we've heard that name.
His name is Moab. He calls himself the Master of the World.
Shit.
And Aya was his second in command. We are watching him. But we can't see him all the time. It's like there is a mist around his thoughts and his plans.
The next one on my list to watch would be Jarlaxle, because he seems tied to him somehow through the hidden connection. It's not open, but we found out about this through the corpse of the spies we're bringing back.
And you hear a bit of a chuckle. And she says, Jarlaxle. Never in the history of our world has there been one such as he.
Agreed, he is a royal pain in my ass as well. Every chance and the blessing, I would love to end that man's life.
And as you say that, you kind of turn to look at her to say that, and there's nobody there.
Kind of like grab my necklace and kind of like bow my head
And
and
Yolana is up on the steering wheel, and she's kind of looking at you like, who are you talking to?
just kind of like wave my hand. It's like sometimes it's easier to say it out loud than just in your head.
She just kind of shrugs her shoulders and just goes back to steering the ship. They're about to switch off, and so she can go to bed, and another crewmate comes out and takes the wheel.
At that point, it's probably halfway through the night. I'll go down and kind of sit in the cot, and I'll like kind of nudge Lucan. They about halfway through the night.
Yeah. Well, I only need 4 hours of sleep. I'm good.
Yes.
All right, Erdan, you gonna watch with me?
Sure.
I mean, elves gotta stick together.
Mhm. I just won't go into the prow of the boat and look over the edge.
That's where you're going?
No,
Oh.
What you're not gonna do.
Oh, okay.
not what I'm gonna do.
Okay. What are you going to do?
I'll go and hang around the
By the crew member?
Yeah.
The red shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
The red shirt.
As I come on deck, I'm gonna tie myself off to a rope,
Okay.
and then I'll go towards the edge of the boat and have a look down, have a look around.
Yeah. You just see a sea of stars below you. It's so bizarre. It's like you're upside down.
Is it like a reflection?
And you look at it, and it starts to ripple a bit, and you do notice it's the ocean is almost eerily calm, and it's reflecting all the stars above. It almost looks like you're floating in space.
Cool.
You're probably 1,000 feet up, but it's beautiful. There is a moon out too, and it's kind of shining a pale light all over the place, and you can kind of just see the horizon all the way around.
I take out from my pocket, I take out a little moonstone,
Mm-hmm.
and I stare into the moonstone to see the reflection of the moon.
Roll a perception.
First roll of the night. Okay.
Oh,
I've got 18.
18. You're kind of studying the moonstone, and you hear this. It's almost like a spray of water in the distance.
Do I see an elephant?
You look over the edge, and you see like a large whale tail just breaching the water and dipping down.
For a second there, I thought it was going to be a loxodon. And I recognize the kind of whale.
You could roll a intelligence or history check.
Intelligence or history? Okay, I got 25.
Yeah, you know this to be a gray whale. You've seen these before in your travels and on ships. You could pick them out just from the shape of the dorsal fin, the tail.
Cool.
And you could just see it breaching every once in a while, swimming further away from you guys in the distance.
Same direction as us, or?
It's heading north.
And do I know if this kind of whale is a solitude animal or if it swims in pods?
It depends on the type of the year, if it's a male or a female. If it would maybe have a calf if it was a female, but normally they kind of go solitary.
I don't see a calf, just the one tail.
Just the one tail.
All right.
And that's pretty much it. The rest of the night goes by, and you don't notice anything else except just the beautiful scenery.
I go back to Erdan, and I say, Erdan, let me tell you about this tale.
Okay. Erdan wants to cast detect magic on and inspect the dead bodies.
Okay. You go down to the hold and unzip both of them and cast detect magic. You don't detect anything on them. These have been stripped. If they did have anything on them, they would have been stripped off.
Don't they have gentle repose on them, though?
Yeah, you would detect the magical aura of gentle repose.
Okay. Necromancy?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's all you notice.
Okay.
And you seal them up again. And they're good.
I open them and then seal them up again.
So the morning comes, and you wake up to the smells of frying eggs and some bacon. Spoon is out there. He has a table out on the front deck. You guys can watch the morning sunrise and eat some breakfast. It's not. It's a little chilly because the sun hasn't quite risen all the way, but it's not a very cold day, but it's warming up. And Yolena's at the wheel again, and the captain is out again. He's kind of stretching, and he's looking out over the rail and kind of inspecting the boat and all that. The captain's kind of sitting out at the prow of the ship. And he's just kind of taking in the sunshine and sunning himself and just kind of looking forward and all that. So, are you guys doing anything?
Can I use my wand of magic detection on the crew?
Sure. Does it only show to you?
No, they'll glow.
Okay, if you want.
Yeah.
You cast it.
It's a little weird.
And I'm so sketched out. Somebody's using disguise self on this ship.
You cast it on the whole crew, and you notice there's a ring on the captain that glows.
Okay. Okay, that's all.
Yeah. Let's see if he notices it glowing.
Magic.
The captain is kind of just, leaning on. He looks down at his hand. And he sees a glowing glow on his ring. He kind of turns around and looks at you guys.
It would
I give
only,
him a little wave.
It would only glow to Revenant.
yeah, the detect magic.
would it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's,
Oh, okay. Then he wouldn't know then. Okay.
Okay.
but he will learn the school of magic. He'll know what kind of magic it is.
Okay. Let me just look that up.
The worst question to ask a DM. What school is it?
School of Hard Knocks.
All the captain on there shit's out that I want so much.
School of medium wraps.
I get that if I-
This is transmutation. School of Transmutation.
Okay.
Yolana
Need velocity.
speaks up to you, Jack. And she, it's getting a little bit towards noon, and she goes, "There it is." And she points out.
Take her in.
She points out a little bit left of where the prow is. A little bit
How
on
far
the
can we
port
dive
side.
this ship into the water?
We can land on the water.
Yeah, but if we want to just speed this up, we could just plunge straight in, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we could just do that and then die. Yeah, a machine that goes underwater. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, who would have ever thought
Who
of
would
that?
have ever thought of that?
Yeah.
There was that.
Could be that.
And you guys look over the edge, and you do see off in the distance this dark circle. Not so much darker, but it's definitely noticeable. A circle,
Is it like
darker than the
100
rest of the water.
wide, or is it
Yeah.
like 100 feet wide?
Yeah, it is.
It's probably about 200 feet wide in diameter.
And nobody's ever explored this place. Seems like an opportunity.
It's possible someone's explored it, but I just don't know. I've never heard of someone doing that.
Can you bring us to just above the water?
Sure. And she looks over the captain. He gives her a nod, and the ship just kind of starts slowly turning towards it and dropping, losing elevation. And you guys are kind of at the edge of it now, and just kind of you come to a full stop. You're maybe 50 feet above the water.
Okay. Erdan is going to cast.
He
Actually,
just had a sleep, so
if we're just hovering above it,
Mm-hmm.
Theodore will kind of close his eyes, and you'll see a couple of his feathers on his tattoo light up a bit, and I'll cast Divine Sense to see if there's any strong evil registers on your senses, like noxious odors. I'm aware to detect such forces until the end of my next turn, within 60 feet of me.
Okay.
Any, the type, which is celestial, fiend, or undead, in the radius.
So that'd be 10 feet underwater because you're 50 feet. Well, you're not. They'll bring it down to the water for if you're telling her you're doing this. You don't detect anything, and you guys have landed on the edge of this dark spot, and it's weird. It's like this line in the water that kind of curls around into the circle, but you don't detect anything.
Erdan is going to cast Arcane Eye.
Okay, what does that do?
Arcane Eye, you you create an invisible magical eye within range, 30 feet, hovering in the air for the duration. You mentally receive visual information from the eye, which has normal vision and dark vision out to 30 feet. The eye can look in every direction. As an action, you can move the eye up to 30 feet in any direction. There is no limit to how far away from you the eye can move, but it can't enter another plane of existence. A solid barrier blocks the eye's movement, but the eye can pass through an opening as small as 1 inch in diameter. So I'm going to take this eye and I'm going to go down into the water and just keep moving it straight down. And it lasts for an hour, so I think I could move it pretty far.
What's the speed?
Seconds?
Yeah.
The speed is 30 feet?
30 feet per 6 seconds, yeah.
And then for 1 hour.
For 1 hour, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you could probably make it right to the bottom of the ocean with that.
Yeah.
So it goes down into this water, and it's dark, but you have dark vision, so you can kind of see about 30 feet in front of you.
You can actually do this,
Yeah, I can spiral it.
You can spiral, so you can kind of get a view around.
And I can
you see some fish. An octopus kind of approaches the eye, and then darts away and shoots out some ink.
Well, it's invisible.
Oh, it's invisible. Okay, so you do see like an octopus kind of swimming by. You see a few fish. It's in the middle of the ocean, so there's not really a lot of reef or fish like that would hang around a reef. So probably about 20 minutes. You start to see this vertical piece of stone.
Solid piece of stone?
Solid piece of stone. And you see some rubble and what looks like some rocks, and seaweed is kind of all over the place. It's kind of like growing on whatever this is, and it's kind of filtering up towards the sun. So the seaweed kind of obstructs some of your vision.
Okay. I can weave in and out of the seaweed and look around under there.
Yep. So you're weaving around, and you see like looks like almost like a banister, and it's on this kind of a broken bridge, and it's broken in pieces here and there, and it kind of leads left and right. This bridge.
I'm just going to follow the bridge to see if I find any landmarks or any kind of monuments or anything.
So you go to the right or left?
Away from the broken part, or like across the broken part.
Away from the broken part.
Well, the broken part's kind of in the middle. It's a portion of the bridge that's kind of broken apart, but the bridge still goes left and right.
Okay, well, I'll go right then.
Okay. You go off to the right, and the seaweed, you're kind of dodging through it and all that. You come up to an iron door. It looks like a square building at the end of this bridge.
Like an opening of any sort?
You don't see anything. It looks like a solid iron door.
Any inscriptions on the door?
Not you can see. It's covered in slime and sludge, and it's there's broken stones and all that, but it's not. There's no opening at all.
And how big is this door?
It's a regular sized man door. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just keep exploring, keep searching. If I can find, I'm just looking for any kind of inscriptions that say, like, monuments or anything like that tell me kind of
Yeah, roll an investigation then.
Information about this place. 19.
19. You see here and there like a kind of a hieroglyphic, kind of a strange pattern that you don't recognize.
A language I can't comprehend.
Yeah. You don't know if it's art or if it's magical or if it's a language. That's hard to tell.
Okay, well, I'm going to...
over the side of the bridge, it goes down to a lower kind of open area below.
Draw what you see.
Yeah, I'm going to draw what I see. I'm going to indicate to Erdan to give me a piece of paper, or to Lucan to give me a piece of paper and something. And I'm going to scribble down these hieroglyphs that
I'm going to say, what is it, boy? You need a fan? You need me to wipe your butt? All right, here's that paper. Write it down.
Yeah. So I'm going to transcribe as well as I can what I see down there.
Okay. You see a shadow of something round with tentacles on it. And then your vision gets blinding white. And you're looking at Lucan.
Okay.
And your eyeball is on the ship, floating just above Lucan.
On the ship?
Yeah.
But no one can see it.
Nobody can see it, but Erdan sees Lucan from above. And himself and the rest of you. It's like you have a bird's eye view of the whole party 10 feet above the ship. Or above your heads.
You went down so deep you came out the top again.
The screen just started coming from the top again.
Mm-hmm. Resolution of this video game isn't very good.
Got the potato cam.
Okay,
To go down? What the fuck?
Doesn't make sense. So it should be down there. And it's instantly right above you.
It's like
To
a
go
Pac-Man.
down, do we have to go up?
I don't know.
I think we need to flip the ship over, guys.
Oh, like Pirates of the Caribbean?
Maybe it was just teleported.
Okay, well, I'll cancel the spell then. And I'll
Okay.
tell everybody what I saw down there.
Okay.
Did you get any of the drawing done? Or no?
I don't know. Ask Gord.
What did you roll on your investigation?
19.
Okay. Something seems familiar about one of the patterns. It's like you've seen it.
I'll show it to everybody. I have Common, Elvish, Giant, and Orcish as my languages.
Nobody
I'm still
recognizes.
to add to that.
Nobody recognizes it as a language. It's like a pattern that just looks familiar to you.
Vincent knows common, deep speak, and infernal. Just in case.
Yeah, you don't. Doesn't feel like a language.
Okay.
It feels like maybe not like a glyph, but like a pattern of something unique.
So I'm going to write everything down that I experienced and try and write down these lists or whatever on a piece of paper.
All of you can roll an intelligence check,
And,
including Vincent.
and I'm going to write a long description on paper of what I saw down there.
Okay.
And this will be our entry into Canada.
Ooh, nat 20. 21.
Vincent got 10. Theodore got 20. A dirty
30 20.
You straight intelligence, I got a 13.
Teodar, something brings you back to Troll Skull Alley. Something about this pattern brings you back to Troll Skull Alley when Fizzbot appeared up in the air.
Like, I remember this. This was in the air when Fizzbot came.
Do we still have the Mobius strips?
Plates.
Plates?
Yeah.
Unless you could. Yeah, you should.
I've got one and Vincent's got one.
Yep.
I pull it out. Does it look like this?
Vincent pulls his out.
Everyone whips them out.
The one with Vincent looks similar. The one that Lucan pulls out is exactly the same pattern.
Are they the same size or is mine bigger?
They're exactly the same size, but they have
Yours is a
different.
bit.
They have different patterns on them, on the one
Oh.
side, and they're blank on the other side.
I think I've got the right ticket.
Have you used? What have you used those plates for to this point?
We smashed them together.
Sorry, Jack, your natural 20 didn't help because you never saw these plates before.
Yeah, that's fair.
We smashed them together and we created a robot out of thin air.
And that's the only thing you've used them for? Where did you get them from?
What else did we
When we
use them for?
put them together, it kind of apparated. Much similar to the eye, actually.
Just appeared.
No, we got one from Jarlaxle. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We got the Soul Stone from Jarlaxle. Shit,
Correct.
where did we get?
You, Revy, found one on a skeleton in the dragon heist campaign.
Oh,
In the Undermountain?
In the treasury of the dragons where you got all the money, or when Jarlaxle got all the money, you found a skeleton in there that was killed by that gelatinous cube
right.
with a note.
Oh, right. With
With the information
Emic.
we can use it.
Emic, yeah, Emic Thrun.
You know,
And he had a letter.
Yeah.
The Ode to Candlekeep.
And where did the other one that Vincent had, where did that come from?
This other fellow.
I don't think we learned where that one came from.
He found it at a adventure he had once called the Rough Run, a river at the Rough Run. He discovered it as a treasure there.
So that they don't. There's no link between these two tablets.
They're totally far apart for where they are found. Like 1,000 miles apart.
Do you guys think that if we were to take the tablet that matches the symbol down below, that would open something?
We want to
Or
know.
above?
Yeah, we want to know what's going to happen before we do that. I think we should do like Erdan says and go back and get some more information on these things before we just go willy-nilly and like smash them together and see what happens. I mean, that seems like a crazy idea.
If we could get our hands on some potions of water breathing, that would be probably a pretty good idea.
Yeah, we got to prep before we take on some deep dive in mission.
Mm-hmm.
Willy-nilly it is!
That should be your party name, Willy Nilly.
That's the episode name.
Really Manili.
No, let's go back to Waterdeep and get some more research, and we can talk to the Priest of Morden. And
Have you guys ever attempted to get these plates identified in some way, like in a historic record?
No.
No?
Candlekeep is below Baldur's Gate.
Can I take the plate and hold it up to the sky and
Waterdeep.
shout open?
Yeah. When you do that, nothing happens.
Okay.
I speak friend and enter. Well, it was good that we stopped here because now it seems we might need to come back.
Well, what? We were coming here to meet someone?
No, we
No.
came there to just get our bearings to now head to the right direction.
It's a navigation marker.
so Lucan's gonna go to the edge of the boat, and he's just gonna reach into his satchel and pull out a pin, and he's gonna drop a pin here.
Why don't we leave Fizzbot here?
And can we find him again?
Meh.
I mean, he can sink to the bottom and stay here,
Yeah.
and then I could command him to return to 50 feet above the water every day at noon.
You could just resummon him if you needed to.
Right, but I'm saying if he comes and does a little bob and sticks his head above water every day at noon, then we could sail back here and find him popping up at this very spot.
Sure, you're gonna drop him into this metal suited dragon into the salt water?
There was some kind of creature that was maybe hostile, though.
Well, I'm just saying, can we, like, is this a location that we could sail back to?
This location has been known for 1,000 years.
And then that's not necessary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone knows where it is.
Know that the pseudo dragon is made out of prone to corrosion due to salt water.
You don't know.
Oxidize it.
Yes.
That's
Okay, well...
You need an undercoating on that thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not gonna rust
Head
in
back
there
to Waterdeep then.
underwater. Which is fine.
So the captain's looking at all you guys. Are we off?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we're off. We're headed back towards Waterdeep or Candlekeep.
Waterdeep.
Well, Waterdeep is where I need to berth the Zephyr at Waterdeep.
Right.
So the captain says, I've actually never been this close to the drowned Citadel here. It's right on the water, so it's kind of creepy now that I think about it. And he
Well, if it's a navigation spot that's been used for a long time, it must have been used by a regular ship, right?
Yeah, this is a regular shipping lane. Everyone comes to the drowned Citadel to.
Here, right?
Yeah, but I'm on a flying ship. I'm usually 1,000 feet up.
I thought this was the maiden voyage.
It is.
Okay, well, let's head back then.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, I see this all the time. I'm totally normal with it. He changes the story, and that's canon. All right, so Yolanda, he's like, take her up, and she pulls the levers, and it starts rising out of the water, and you guys are kind of gaining altitude and kind of turning towards Waterdeep. Everyone kind of takes their stations again, and you guys... Captain just kind of goes to the back of the boat by Yolanda and just kind of leans over the back of the boat and watching where they came from. And do you guys want to do anything?
I will do some exercises and then meditate.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll practice.
Theodore will join Revenant for his exercises. Just to
Do some Shaolin monk level.
camaraderie and just learning something new, but then I'll also stare at the ocean to see if I see a ship in the water,
Yeah, roll a perception.
just in case. 18.
You don't see any ships.
Okay.
No ships.
It's an overcast day. You see the cloud cover. You guys are staying just below the cloud cover. You guys are working on your martial arts?
Yeah, I'm doing different katas.
I'll join too.
Okay. So you guys are all on the main deck there, and all of a sudden you hear Gregorius yell, "Yolanda, full stop!" And she kind of looks at him and pulling things. They drop the sails and they're trying to slow down. And the captain is leaning over the edge of the back of the boat. They're pulling the commands and the sails are being pulled up, and the ship slowly kind of drifts to a stop. And you see the captain intently looking down over the rail at the back of the ship.
Run over there.
And he's just kind of staring back at the black hole. The ground citadel. Looking at the dark spot.
I run and jump over to him.
Okay, you're standing beside him, and he's just... his eyes don't even move when you land beside him. He's staring directly at the...
I give him like a little shoulder nudge, and I'm like, that was a pretty cool jump, huh?
And he's like... He doesn't even answer. He pulls out his spyglass, and he's looking at something.
What do you see?
He says, "I'm not sure. I thought I saw something." And he's just kind of slowly moving it a little bit.
I also look.
Okay, roll a perception.
$20.
20. And he says, "There!" And he points out to a spot in the middle of the dark patch. And you look at something. And it's a pretty calm day, but I mean, it's some waves. But it seems like there's some foam breaking against something in the middle of the dark patch. Like the waves are breaking against something. You see a little bit of white where there shouldn't be. You don't see it anywhere else. And the captain is looking, he says, "Those waves are breaking on something. Do you see it?"
Should we go back?
And
Yes.
he says, he's kind of rubbing his beard, and he's like, I don't like this. He hands you the spyglass if you want.
Sure.
And you see something gray out of the water in the distance, and the water is breaking up against it. It seems to be rising up out of the water.
To the anomaly.
Yep.
The captain is like,
with a boat to something strange coming up out of the water.
Get a gag for that monk.
Gregorius he's shaking his head. He's like, this.
Are we outside of the dark radius?
Yeah, you're probably about maybe half a kilometer away from it.
So if even the entire tower rose up or whatever, we'd be safe.
Yeah, it wouldn't hit you.
Make sure the boat isn't perpendicular to the wave if the water's going to rise.
So you guys are about 1,000 feet up, just under cloud cover. And he yells out to Yelena. He says, take us up into that cloud on the starboard side, just above us. And he says, whatever this is, it's coming out of the water. And the boat starts rising. And it creeps into a white cloud, concealing the boat. And Gregorius says to Yelena, keep the keel about 10 feet above the bottom of the cloud. He says, I want the Zephyr to remain hidden. And Yelena says, aye, Captain. And she's got a serious look. So you guys are now in full cloud cover, and it's kind of misty around you. Gregorius grabs one of the ropes, ties it around his waist. Let's go take a look. And he jumps over the edge.
I will match that madness.
All right, anyone else?
Theodore will do the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the people who jumped over the boat, hanging just below the cloud cover with ropes tied, you snap to a stop, and it hurts a little bit, but you've stabilized, and you're just below the cloud cover. And you can see the whole ocean behind you, and back to the west where you came from, you see a large structure rising out of the ocean. It obviously is some kind of it looks like a keep. It's ruined in many places, and it keeps rising out, and water is pouring out of doors and windows and cracks in the rubble. A central tower with bridges to adjacent towers is the highest point, and water is pouring out of those windows. And finally, the ground that the Citadel sits on rises up out of the water, and water just keeps pouring away from it, revealing a large chunk of land underneath it, covered in slime and seaweed. And this large mound of earth, bigger than the Citadel that sits on it, rises up out of the water. Waterfalls can be seen falling down from the edges of it, from holes on the side, from the top, and it turns to like a misty spray as it keeps rising. It's dropping so far from this thing. Two side waterfalls, as the water starts to reduce in certain areas. Two side waterfalls seem to be coming out the sides, and then there looks like a column of water at the bottom seems to be falling down too. And long tendrils, which looks like seaweed and plants, hang down below the mound. They're just dangling in the air for the first time. And you see the drowned Citadel. It continues to rise. And it's about like I said, half a kilometer, maybe 1,000 feet off your starboard side, port side, and to the left. So, and it starts piercing the cloud cover that you guys are hidden in, and it finally disappears into this cloud cover, leaving contrails of clouds in its wake. Haul us up, yells Gregarious. And the crew pulls all of you guys up. And he says, one of you get up to the crow's nest. And Yolanda, just get the crow's nest just above the clouds. Should give us a good view of what is going.
If ever there was one.
Is one of you going up the crow's nest?
I look at
I'm
Revy.
already hanging off the bottom of the boat, aren't I?
They hauled you up. They hauled
Okay,
everybody
yeah,
up.
Heck, I'm running up there.
You book it
I'm
up, and as you get to the top, it finally crests above the top of the cloud cover, and you see this rising citadel coming through the clouds and the mist, and water is pouring out still, and it rises above, clearing the top cloud cover by about 200 feet. So water pouring out of the sides and the bottom, and after a minute, it starts drifting north and picking up speed. Gregorius yells up at you. What do you see? What's that?
I yell, "Lo! The sunken citadel has risen and it is moving. Which direction?
It was north.
North.
You can roll a perception check.
We're east of it, right?
What am I
You're actually south of it now. It started moving.
What am I trying to perceive, though?
Just roll a perception check.
Okay. 15.
15.
Pursue
Yeah.
that tower.
Yeah.
So you don't see
Lose
any.
the tower.
You don't see any movement on there or signs of life on the citadel. And Gregorius nods to Yolanda. He says, "Keep up with it, but keep out of sight. Perhaps if we get close, we could. Maybe we could go under it, and just that way, if anyone's on there, they wouldn't see us if we're underneath it." And he looks at you guys. Is that okay?
So the land itself is floating now?
There's a huge kind of a ball of land underneath the citadel that the citadel sits on, and it's all just floating like a floating island.
This looks like the dust space of operation to me.
Looking for a dust up.
Yeah.
The headquarters.
Dust Cathedral.
Time to rename it. So Gregorius looks at you guys. This looks like your guys' kind of thing. What do you want to do?
Chase it full speed ahead, straight on.
Okay, but I gotta keep the Zephyr out of sight. I'm not exposing. I don't know what that thing can do to us.
Did you see, Revy, did you see anything around it? Like, because there was something serpentine that was around it before, right? Something with tentacles?
No, I thought that was just like
It's just an octopus.
I'll say like I think it was just seaweed.
Oh.
So a long
I thought,
stringy seaweed hanging down. It looks like tentacles.
Yeah, I
From
think
the
it was
distance.
just seaweed. I
The
didn't see
thing that
anything alive on
Erdan
it.
seen, though, as his eye disappeared, wasn't there a tentacle that touched his eye or something?
He saw something round with tentacles around it, just an outline, and that's when he lost his vision, and the vision moved.
But we didn't see anything like that?
You just saw like an outline, a dark outline of a shape, and you don't see any movement.
Okay.
So you guys are slowly keeping up to this and gaining on it. What do you guys want to do? Gregorius says, "I'll do what you guys want us to do, but I'm just worried. We don't know what that thing can do. It can fly. We're just a boat. That thing's a freaking island."
Yeah, well, we have to find out what it can do because it could be dangerous to cities on the coast.
It's certainly possible that we're the reason this thing raised, right? So we need to deal with it.
Did you guys see the screen?
Sound coming out of the speakers.
I turned it off.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Oh, shit.
That's what we see.
That's what you see.
A nutsack.
Castle Nutsack.
Castle Nutsack. That's the nasty
Ray,
nutsack.
you need to shave, bud.
Yeah. They were calling that guy the dusty nutsack.
I gotta get the lawnmower ad on this.
Yeah.
Industrial.
Manscaped.
Manscaped, that's it.
Yeah, we need some.
Non-official sponsor, Manscaped. Not yet.
They will be when they see my nuts, though.
And it's all got all that salt water on those nuts.
Those salted nuts.
Salted
Just drop us on her. Just drop us in that thing.
Yeah, I'll jump out. Like, if we can find cloud cover above it, I'll jump out onto it.
Okay.
Well, Lucan can cast feather falling up to what? 6 of us? 5.
5.
He says
5 is enough, isn't it? No.
he says let's do a circle around it first. So you guys, AZ says, are you guys okay with that?
Sure.
Okay. So we start catching up to it, and it starts doing a slow circle, kind of around the bottom, and it's kind of working its way up. You guys can all roll a perception.
Red. Perception's high to start with.
Mine's
So
not
27.
27. So the 2 waterfalls you see there, they seem to be just kind of flowing off the top of that ground part.
Mm-hmm.
That lower bottom one seems to be coming out of a hole at the bottom of the nutsack there. We'll call that the sphincter.
Okay, do we want to come in from underneath, or do we want to penetrate from above?
I think above sounds like a great plan.
Always
Yeah, I prefer
penetrate
the
from
top
above.
entry holes than the bottom entry holes. There's just so much shit coming out that bottom one. Might be hard to get into it.
And Gregorius just says, and you guys are like, what do you want to do? I can drop you off at the top. I can do whatever you want.
I say drop us on top of this thing. Work from the top down.
Yep.
We should be careful though. This thing did rise out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Proceed slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Head on.
This might take a bit to load.
We can first as we go.
Lol.
Let me know when it's loaded.
It's loaded.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
mine's not loaded. It's chilling at 98%.
The Zephyr swings out and comes off in this spot. Down towards the south end of it here, and you guys could jump off the boat now if you want onto it.
Where would we land? Here?
I'll hold it on.
Did that.
We would be landing right at the top, or where?
Right around there.
There? The
Yeah.
red
If
little-
if you don't hold down the X key and click, it'll move a little arrow around. Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Here? Here?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah. Just finger where you want it to go.
I don't see any of those.
I'd rather go
Marks.
over here.
Don't you?
No.
Yeah. Where do you want to go?
I'd rather go up here.
Okay. That'd be hard for the
That's
ship.
good.
That'd be hard for the ship to maneuver there.
Or how about up here?
Yeah. He could drop you up there.
What do you guys say? Up here?
Up top sounds good.
Yep.
We
Okay.
want the high ground.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Princess is always in the tallest tower. Could be over here.
Okay.
Be right here.
So the ship swings down. And do you see this map?
I do not own any tokens with vision in this sea.
Oh yeah, right.
I see nothing. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Do you see it now, Jack?
Yep, I got her.
Vincent says, "I'll stay on the boat."
I don't think he would do that.
Protect the boat, Vincent.
Yeah, he's gonna protect the boat.
Why don't you just stay up here in case we watch our exit point?
I'll take Vincent's tooth. I'm gonna put it in the hilt of my sword. And I'm gonna be like, this way you can watch.
Okay.
Good
And
call.
I think he can also cast spells from it. So maybe that comes into play.
Sure.
Who would be the forward guard in this adventure?
So, let me describe what you guys see here first. So you're on this top platform. The top of this tower is kind of the roof of the structure below. There's a caved-in hole there where it's black, and there is to the northeast there is a taller tower structure with a door in it.
Well, if we're going to do this properly, I will...
And the boat, you see the Zephyr, as soon as it drops you off, it drops back and it's quite a ways back, like it trailing the... you see it in the distance, but it's leaving a bit of distance between you and the Citadel.
But it's keeping up.
It's keeping up, but so you could signal it, and you come up with a signal to come get us when you're ready.
I'm going to create a telepathic communication between Revy, myself, and Theodore.
Sick.
Or Vincent, who's still on the ship.
No, you got his tooth.
All right.
This is for those that scout. For the next 6 hours, we can communicate telepathically.
So, maybe we should check this place out and make sure there's nothing going to go off on us. Anybody good at that?
I'll check for some traps. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Checking for traps?
Yeah, search, investigate the area.
Oh, okay, I can investigate, but traps are not my thing.
Well, that's an investigation. I'm going to go over to this hole here and peek down.
Okay, you see a dark room below. You see some rubble at the bottom.
Okay.
It looks like this would have once been a stairwell. That's just collapsed. And it's about 20 feet down.
Feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you guys see on this platform?
What do
You want me to roll?
I can see on my...
door?
I can see through the door.
You can see through the door?
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay.
I can't see
I
through
didn't
the door. I can
expose
just.
Oh, sorry, I didn't try and see through the door.
I didn't try either, so.
I didn't zoom out far enough to see stuff
Okay, well, that worked well.
until now.
You see a room, a door to a room.
Yeah. Theodore, I'll check for traps.
Okay.
I rolled a 23 for traps.
You don't detect any traps.
Yeah, I'll like slowly
We can
move forward.
Oh, you know why? I had that door open.
You can.
Fuck.
You can tell me where you want to go.
Okay, the door opens. I had it open instead of closed. That was my fault. All right, so this opens up into looks like a mage's study. Through the doorway, you see kind of a desk on one side, chest to the right, and then on the far corner, you see like a circular table with a magical glow to it.
Does it look like it's dry in there?
It does actually. It looks like that door was sealed. And it didn't open easily. It kind of like opened up.
Well, this is.
And then this musty old air just kind of puffs out at you guys as it opens up.
Just walk me in there.
You going in?
I walk in.
I'd like to investigate it, but I'm wondering.
Theodore will check for traps in the room.
Oh, well, there's a few things in the room. What are you checking?
I will check the chest first, and then I will check the desk, and then I will check the circular table.
Okay, so roll for the...
Actually, I'll start with the floor first.
Okay. Roll the investigation.
First one was a 27.
The floor is not trapped.
The second one was a 23.
For what?
Yes.
The chest.
You notice that
I'll
the chest...
that if I can too.
The chest is trapped.
I'd be like, don't touch that quite yet. That's got something going on with it. And then I got a 14 for the desk. And
I'll assist him wherever I can.
Okay.
The desk is not trapped.
It looks like the desk is okay. And then I rolled a 29 for the circular magic table.
The table is not trapped.
And the table.
So just the chest you noticed was trapped.
Okay, I'd like to investigate the desk.
Okay, roll an investigation.
7.
You look around. You don't really see much.
I will assist him with that.
Okay, well, roll it at advantage.
14.
14. You do open up one of the drawers that you missed before, and you find a wooden sealed box in the drawer. There's no apparent hinges, keyholes, or even seams. It's quite exquisitely made.
Yeah. Hey, Erdan, look what I found. It's this really nice looking box. It's kind of like a puzzle box. I don't know how to open it.
Well,
Smash it.
Well, I thought maybe you got a key for it or something.
No.
Can I do a history check to see if I've seen a box of this style or type, or if I've come across something like this before or read about it?
Sure.
$21.
You have not heard about this box or seen anything like it. This is something completely new to you.
That'll be my next thing.
I want to touch the glowing orb.
The table?
Yeah.
Can I leave?
It has a faint hum to it. But you touch the table and nothing happens.
No, I touched the glowing orb.
There's no glowing orb. It's a table
Oh, okay.
that's glowing. It's like a round table.
Okay.
What's the goo coming out the bottom of it?
That's nothing.
The power cord.
Yeah, that's the power
Pay
cord.
no attention to the goo.
And the battery's leaking.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
The nuclear battery.
I'll say, hey Jax, have you ever seen a box without key, without hinges or lid?
Oh,
It sounds like a riddle. I'm good at that.
There is a book.
It's an egg.
There is a book on the desk there that I forgot. That's you can see it right on the picture there. There is a book.
Can I
there.
read the book?
If you want, yeah.
Okay. Does the book say anything about the box?
The title says The Book of Dunamancy.
Ooh.
Dunamancy.
And the first entry in this ancient text speaks of an ancient magic created at the time of the making of the world of Faerun. And the magic was very powerful, and it was kept to the gods only. And the great mages of the island Citadel of Dracoda discovered the ancient magic. And I'll post this I'll copy and paste this into the text chat. After decades of study, they created this book and scoffed at the gods for forbidding them to learn it. And this is all what you're reading out of the book. With this magic, they would be as powerful as the gods themselves. What could the gods possibly do to our great citadel on the sea? As a precaution, we have created ciphers for the 6 Dunamancy spells currently known. These 6 ciphers are small, square, metallic plates that contain symbols on them, allowing the user to decipher the 6 coded spells in this book. It's not an easy process to learn these spells with the ciphers. It usually takes at least 20 hours of uninterrupted study to finally have the skill to learn the spells. And most of the entries appear to be made by an archmage named Citadel, and it has several notes and musings scribbled throughout. There's more entries if you want to keep reading.
Yeah, I'd like to keep reading. Do we have
This is
time for
boring.
that right now?
Let me see your box. Show me your box.
Here.
I shake the box. Does it sound like there's something metallic in it?
No, it's something light in it. But it does sound like there's something inside of it. But nothing heavy or metallic.
Do I hear a shattering sound?
Tinkle, tinkle. Damn it.
Does the plates that I have, the Mobius plate, does it match what this description of these ciphers on the plates?
They have pictures of these plates, and one of them looks exactly like the one you have in possession. It is that plate.
Nice. Can I tell what spell belongs to this plate?
You would have to use the cipher, the plate, with the text and 20 hours of study.
Yes. To learn the spell, I need all that time. Can I tell even just what spell it is?
No, it's part of the whole learning process of what it does.
So I'll take the, I guess I'll point my tooth at the book, and maybe Vincent can see. Oh, look, I found something.
Vincent's
hold it up for a selfie, and I'll be like, hey, and I'll look down at me.
Vincent reads what you read, and he sees a picture of a plate with the same pattern of the plate he has.
Nice. I hope that was in good focus. I hope we got a good image.
Yeah, the autofocus worked really well. The tooth autofocus.
I will tell everybody to leave the room.
The tooth actually runs on Tooth OS.
Not iOS?
From an iTooth?
You want me to assist you in taking this?
Thanks, Jack.
iTooth OS.
Yeah, I'll kind of nod to Jack and we'll be like, if you're all right being in here, I'll see if I can figure out how to undo this trap.
All right.
Oh, I don't
So you can roll a sleight of
I
hand.
will give him guidance.
Okay. So I need sleight of hand.
Yeah.
And
Or no, sorry, it would be.
thieves'
Is it
tools?
just a
Tools?
thieves' tools? Yeah.
With advantage, because I'm there, hopefully.
Well, he gets that and guidance.
31.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
what are you guys doing
take.
in there?
You take. No, I'm just kidding. Uh,
You only take 50 damage.
so you're working on this thing, and you kind of understand how the mechanism works, and you kind of see it, and you're able to trip it without it getting near you. And this deadly needle with this green ooze pokes out suddenly where your finger would have been
Well,
normally.
that's what's under the table there.
Yeah, it was dripping there.
And with a 31, he probably captures that needle, right?
Yeah, dip your arrows in that ooze.
No, I'll just take the needle out because there's probably only enough on the needle itself.
Yeah, you can take the needle. You have a poison needle,
Only arrows.
Nice.
and it does 2d6 poison damage.
Unless it had gotten you just now. Then
And
you
you
would have done.
get a single use out of
You
it.
can reach in to grab an arrow and oh.
Okay.
So yeah, you the chest is now unlocked and untrapped. So you open it up, and inside you see 5 potion bottles. 4 look the same, and 1 looks different.
One of these things doesn't belong here.
I'll be like, kind of out of my expertise. I'll yell back. Anybody else know what these potions are? The chest has been unlocked. This needle, kind of useful.
Anybody want to do investigation?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can investigate the potions.
Well, I'm gonna.
You do an Arcana check if someone wants.
I'll give you.
I can do
I'll
Arcana.
give you guidance.
Guide me.
Yeah, Arcana isn't really my thing. I can dabble in it every now and again, but it's not mine.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's
Oh yeah, that's really good.
That's a 27.
Yeah, so the 4 potions that look the same are yeah, there's 4 of them. There's the potions of greater healing. And the other one is a little difficult, but you've seen this before. The coloring, the way it looks and all that. This is a potion of haste.
Ooh.
Oh.
So you don't know that. I know that.
Why don't I know that?
This potion's gone bad.
Because it's all in Lucan's head.
No. But I have a potion of haste, so I would know what it is.
Oh, do
Not
you?
necessarily.
Yeah.
You assume that all potions of haste are the same?
Yeah.
You can roll a history check if you want to see if you can correlate that.
With advantage?
With the advantage?
Yeah, okay, because you got
I
one.
have one.
Yes, with advantage.
Okay, well,
If you have one, you don't need another one.
15.
It looks familiar to you, and you're kind of eyeing Lucan. You think he knows what it is. You think you know what it is, but you're just not quite. It's on the tip of your tongue.
I'll be like, hey, that looks kind of familiar. What is that? Is that what's that potion do? I think I've seen one before.
Well, this one is yeah, it's gone bad. It's a different color. It's gone off a little bit.
No, it looks like a similar color.
Well, trust me. I mean, you probably wouldn't want this for yourself.
Insight checks all around.
Sure, go for it. Roll a deception there, Lucan.
A deception or persuasion?
You pick what you want.
Well, he's lying. It's deception.
You're trying to say it's something it's not, so that's persuading, I guess.
No.
No.
It's
definitely not.
That's not how it works.
Okay, that's deception. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, deception, I got a 16.
Okay. What does everyone roll?
Oh, I didn't roll.
Everyone can roll an insight if they want to.
Perception.
No. I mean, it's not my territory. I wouldn't know what it is.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, I don't want the potion anyways.
Then why are you messing with me?
What about you, Revy? What'd you roll, Revy?
I rolled so bad, Gordon.
You totally believe him. This is just looks like a potion gone bad.
Oh. Do you find anything in there for party loot? Loot?
Why wouldn't you want me to have this? I've been saving mine because for like an emergency. Now I could use it I could use one for a semi-emergency.
Well, why couldn't someone else use
People can use it for an emergency.
You don't know what it is, though.
Yeah.
Order.
I know.
Ordering it.
Why
didn't
wouldn't
you use it in that last
my party
fight?
want me to have that?
Why didn't you
have
use
everything
the
else?
last fight against the Black Viper?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to save it for a near-death experience.
That was a near-death experience.
How much nearer to death do you need to be?
He wants to be at the gates of hell when he drinks it finally, eh?
Yeah. He'll be dead when he drinks it.
I will divulge that I have healing potions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good.
And
probably what I assume those for.
Yeah, these are healing potions. This one though, I think it's gone off. It might not work as well.
No.
And I'll hand the defective healing potion.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a little spicy, but it should still work. And I'll hand the defective one to Teodar.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
It should still work though. It's okay.
Still a healing potion?
It's a healing potion, but it should still work.
Okay.
You're saying when he's near death and needs to heal, this is going to heal him.
Exactly.
Okay.
That could be bad.
So then,
and you believe this, Teodar?
and I guess the rest of us each get a healing potion too, then, or
I don't know. It would be useful.
Is it? I have 4 healing potions.
There's 4 greater healing potions and 1 haste potion.
Double your speed.
Okay, well, who doesn't have healing potion that could use one?
Yeah.
I have no healing potions. I have 1 haste potion.
Okay, I'll give 1 to Revenant.
yeah, I'm taking one.
I'll give 1 to Jax. I'll hold on to 1 for Vincent. And Erdan, do you want a healing potion?
I don't. I can heal myself.
Okay, I'll hold on to 2. 1 for me and 1 for Vincent.
You said greater healing, right?
Greater healing.
Yeah, it's better that the rest of the party has it, just in case I go down.
Is it a potion of speed?
Haste.
Yeah, that's what a haste potion is. Yeah,
That's what it is.
it's nice because it doesn't have the disadvantage of the haste.
It
When
doesn't?
it drops, you get that.
No?
The exhaustion.
You lose a round.
Incapacitated? Wow.
You take a point of exhaustion, right?
No, you don't.
No.
No, but
Not
you
with
lose
it.
a round with normal haste.
Yeah, you become incapacitated for more than a round till the end of your next round.
Oh, okay.
But this potion doesn't have that disadvantage.
I know. Which is huge, actually.
Yeah.
That other thing can get you killed.
Yep.
The worst thing about regular haste is if you lose your concentration check, then you get hit with that.
Yeah, exactly. Or if you want to be a jerk, you give it to someone and then you take it away.
You can
Or
actually
you cast like I do, where you forget about
I've done that
concentration
with
and you
someone.
accidentally cast it.
Deliberately.
you can cast it on an enemy as long as they're willing.
Yes.
Do you guys want to take a quick 5-minute break?
Sure.
Sure.
All right, so you guys are in the mage's study. You got the stuff out of the chest. Lucan has read part of this book. You have a sealed box in your possession.
Mm-hmm.
Revi has touched a magical glowing round table.
How big can I fit the table in my bag of holding?
So you can try picking it up.
Yes, please.
Okay.
I back up. I bounce out of the room. Boing.
Okay, roll a athletics check.
Does somebody want to help me?
No.
They're closing the door.
I'll
Yeah,
put
we're
the
all-
tooth. I can put the tooth on the desk, and then I can back out of the room.
What's it?
To see how he dies.
I point the tooth towards the table, so he's got a good view.
Okay.
I do.
18.
18. You pick it up, but it is tough. You probably think it weighs 500 pounds. And you just kind of barely shuffle it over a bit. You do move it,
Will it
like
fit?
kind of like Thor's hammer. You move it a little bit.
So you're gonna
Can
put
I
this
put it in
500
the?
pound
Will it
thing?
fit in the bag of holding, Gord?
I don't know. Can you get the round part of the bag of holding into it? No. I don't think it'll fit.
No.
Bag of holding. The opening is 2 feet in diameter.
Yeah, it's about 2 feet 1 inch, I think.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on, Gord. It's 500 pounds. He's probably got more than that in there too.
Yeah, if he gets it in there, it'll explode.
What? No.
Okay, I will give you.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you
I will-
put
I will-
500 pounds in a bag of holding, it tears and then everything dumps into the astral plane.
Oh.
And
Can I
then
put all my junk in somebody else's bag of holding and put this in my bag of holding?
if you
No,
want,
you don't have a bag of holding.
You want to give me all your stuff? Yeah, I'll
Vin-
take it.
Temporarily,
Vincent has a bag of
temporarily.
Vincent has a bag of holding.
Yeah, he's not with us.
No, he's not.
Oh.
He's back on the ship. It
Randy,
does.
I'll take all your magic items, but they become mine when you give them to me.
It does look like a very
No, that's
cool
not how
table,
that
though.
works.
Revy, this table looks pretty cool.
Guys, how cool would this table be?
This table,
In
if you could bring this table home, oh my god.
He's looking for furniture for Troll Skull.
Yeah.
Yes, always. Dude, I brought back a magical anvil. Like, come on.
How about the desk here?
The anvil would fit in there. This desk is 3 feet wide. It's not going to fit in the bag.
Ferdinand wants to do an inspection on the table.
Okay.
We need to know what magic is causing this place
Uh,
to rise, right?
Are you doing a detect magic or
Sure. Cast it.
identify?
I can identify.
Well, I don't have identify.
I do.
No, I'm just gonna do an Arcana check on it.
Sure.
I have no idea what it is. I got a
It's-
9.
Yeah, it's you're just not able to focus.
Alright.
It's
So +4.
Can we drag it out onto the platform?
well, you'd have to do another strength check there.
Can somebody help me drag this out onto the platform?
I'll do it for your rotten health potion that you have.
What?
The big guy.
I can carry it easy.
The big rabbit folk.
Can somebody help me carry this out onto the platform?
All right, I'll help you.
Okay,
Okay.
roll an athletics check at advantage. One of
I'll
you.
roll it.
Yeah, obviously not me.
Oh, I rolled like shit. That's 18.
You move it, and it's by the door. You haven't quite gotten it out the door.
again.
Okay.
You roll athletics.
24.
Yeah, you get it out into the middle of that open area.
Can we hail the ship to see if we can get a rope down here and they can heft it up?
So you're gonna flag down the ship that you're ready to go?
No, we're not doing that.
You have a telepathic connection with the.
Vincent's on the ship.
Yeah.
He can see.
Tell him to drop a rope down.
Can he hear or can he only see? With the tooth.
That's a great question. I'll see if I can find out.
Yeah.
I think it's see or hear. It's one or the other.
So right now he's seeing. Is what you guys set it to.
It's a seeing.
Yeah, but he might be able to switch it. He might be able to switch.
Well, how are you gonna tell him to switch?
Signal to the mouth instead of the eye.
It's remote viewing, so it's just like.
Yeah. There you
go. Mind to him to drop a rope. Show him a rope and then like point down at this table.
Roll a performance at disadvantage.
You want to tie a rope and have the ship haul this up?
Yes, please.
Ray being Ray.
What? What are you pausing it for? I'm just looking in the corner. Is that a doorway 14. In the top right?
No, that's just a break in the.
Okay.
You're on the top 14. Of a roof. Sorry,
so
what?
There's nowhere else to go out 14 other than down.
They don't quite understand what you're trying to say. They're not picking up what you're putting down.
Man, I rolled a 19 and a 13, and he made me roll at disadvantage.
Just leave it. Who cares? Let's keep going. Unless we think that this table is what's levitating this tower.
No, it's definitely not.
Okay, let's go down the hole then.
Okay, you guys go down. I'm
Put the rabbit in the
sticking
hole.
around. I'll follow you guys, but I'm gonna find a way to get this up there.
The rabbit can just jump down that hole.
Yeah.
Who can look down the hole?
Well, we all can look down the hole.
Do jump techs lower the damage you take, or?
Well,
your jump is distance, not height.
I just gotta look that up.
Yeah. I'd have to say you don't take damage from higher heights, but I think Revy has a feather, doesn't he?
I have a feather, but I also have a slow fall, and I will take no damage from 60 feet or lower.
Well, then let someone else use the feather. Then give that feather to somebody else.
Only if you guys can get this table up to the ship.
That's very safe.
So.
That table is so cool. My God, you want this table? It's so cool.
I'll take the
we'll come back.
And I'll throw it down the hall.
We can come back for the IKEA furniture later, okay?
No, there's no.
Put it on layaway.
Never come back.
It's one of the. You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get that thing home. You can put it under some real light, and you're gonna realize it's this plastic piece of shit that.
So when you guys talked to the ship, you said this roof was the pickup point.
Yeah.
Why did we say that?
Because that's where you can easily be seen by the ship.
No.
It's the tallest point on the keep.
Okay. Anyways, we're going to this hole here. Who's pushing the monk in?
I'll go first. You've just been waiting to make sure he gives the feather to somebody else.
His laptop crashed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's basically he's hold person. We hold person the monk.
So now
that means I'm playing Revy until he gets back. So he gives the feather to somebody else.
Yeah.
Jump down the hole. Carefully. I try and do it in an athletic way that isn't going to hurt me.
Because you're a jumping guy, I'll say you can do 20 feet jump down, and because you're used to jumping all the time.
How big is this hole?
It's 20 feet up.
No, but how big is the hole?
Oh, the hole is probably about 10 feet diameter.
Oh, wow.
Well, you can see it. Look, it's squares.
Okay, that's big.
Yeah, well, it used to be. You could tell this was a stairwell that came up through here, and it just the stairwell collapsed.
Dog in a hallway.
So if we push the monk in while he's held, he doesn't get his slow fall, does he?
No, he'll just land on his head.
Well, if I can successfully cast hold person on him, like if he's gonna save, are you gonna roll for that?
Yeah, I'll roll for him.
Yeah, it's a wisdom save.
Oh yeah, he didn't put much into wisdom, did he?
So my high jump is 24 feet, so I would imagine I wouldn't take damage when I jump 24 feet high.
Yeah, you can jump down with no damage.
Sweet. I'm done.
Okay.
Guarding the area for everyone else.
We got a rope.
I got a rope.
And we'll tie a rope around one of these big rocks and lower ourselves down.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
Tie it around the table.
Did he make a save?
You know it
I
doesn't.
don't own any tokens that can view. Oh, okay, sweet. I move 15 feet out of the way and then I stop.
Okay. Yeah, so you see a dark room. There's stairs going down. You see two archways going left and right that look like they go to bridges.
We don't see anything on our end.
I'll stand guard. Wait for everyone else to join me. It seems
Yeah, you guys have to jump down if you want to see what he sees.
Oh, we're jumping down.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, well, we're tying a rope to one of those big rocks and lowering ourselves down.
So you can. You guys all are up there now.
You can use a javelin.
So yeah, you see the debris where this stairwell collapsed, and then to the kind of the west and the east are two bridges that lead to rooms. It looks very similar to the description that I guess Erdan did. Erdan, you recognize that one you're looking at. That's the same door that you looked at.
That metal door.
Yeah.
Over here.
You want to let Devin in?
Oh, yeah. Maybe I should close these doors, eh? So you come to a big gap in the bridge. You're going to have to try to jump over it if you want.
Hey, bunny.
I'm in.
That's
I
about a...
jump over.
That's a... So, yeah, the bridges have collapsed here.
I can long jump 60 feet.
Oh, yeah, you get over it, no problem.
Okay, I'm gonna pass you a rope. Tie it to one of those railings. We'll tie a rope between the railings so it just double.
And this goes down to about 40 feet down to
safety rope.
a courtyard below.
This is to the south you're talking, right?
That'd be east, I'd say.
East.
So, yeah, you make it to the door.
Okay, and I'll take the rope that he has and tie it on this end.
Yeah, you can tie it.
And I'll tie it at this end.
Okay.
And I'll jump across holding the rope and there we go.
Okay, no problem.
I saw this door when I was using my eyeball underwater. Is it open?
Nope. It's locked.
Apparently I have the ability to open it, though.
I locked it now.
Okay, well,
Is there a keyhole?
I guess
Luke's
I'll
gonna
look
follow
for,
by.
There is a keyhole.
There's a keyhole.
I'll look for traps first.
Okay, you could roll an investigation.
I'm not gonna go across the pit though.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
Lucan moves to the edge of the pit.
Okay. So Revy, you guys jumped down into that room.
Did we?
Yeah. You might have gotten pushed, but.
Well, that's hardly fair.
Are you gonna do something?
No, you did get pushed.
I mean, I can explore ahead if you guys want me to, but
You can pick the lock, right?
I can if the door's locked.
It's locked. Got a locked door over here.
Yeah, I'll run forward and pick the lock.
Okay.
It's locked.
Roll a
Give you guys.
thieves tools.
Okay. That's a 32.
You hear a click. You can click on that door icon to open it.
I'll do a quick scan of the floor to make sure there's no traps for a 17.
Yeah, you don't detect any traps.
Looks good.
Do I recognize this person over here?
No, it's just a skull.
Okay.
There's a small pot, and then there's a candle in there as well. That door actually isn't there. To the south.
I'll call ahead to Erdan, I'll say like, Erdan, you want me to come with you, or you want me to cover our flank?
Yeah, cover the back there.
Okay, I cast invisibility on Fizzbot, and I send him down the stairs.
What?
Okay, as you do that, you hear a mechanical whirring sound coming from the stairs. And this, you see Fizzbot kind of going across the bridge, floating across, and...
No, I'm sending him behind us.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So from behind you, from where you
Yes.
came from,
Yes.
you hear this whirring mechanical sound, and you see this. You see this.
Oh, jeez.
Coming up the stairs.
It's a mechanical beholder.
Coming up here. Or over here.
It's right there.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, close to the
And these eyes are all kind of flailing around. It looks very much like a silhouette that you saw with your underwater eye.
Yeah, it's in that too.
The buzzsaw on one of his tentacles starts winding up. And we'll start off with initiative next time.
I wanted to speak with Dad with the skull here.
Yeah, wait. That can wait.
Did we get my table on the ship?
No, we
No.
left it at the top. So that we
It's
can
on the
put
roof.
it in.
I messaged the whole group. I wasn't leaving the
Yeah, well, did you fail your wisdom save? Gord said you were going to roll it.
Oh yeah, roll a wisdom save.
Why?
I'll let you know.
Right?
I failed it.
Yeah, so they cast hold person on you and pushed you down the hole. And then immediately released you.
I don't think he said he released him.
Oh, you're true. He might still be prone.
Standing right in front of this.
No, I think he would have jumped down.
I would watch you guys die.
You're not frozen or paralyzed. All right, guys, that's it for tonight. In 3 weeks, we'll see what you can do against this mechanical looking thing.
So Vincent jumped down and he's on the top platform, right?
Vincent's still in the ship.
Okay.
You guys just brought his tooth.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave the tooth with the table. I'm taking the
No,
tooth.
you're taking the table or the tooth with you.
Yeah.
We gotta get Vincent in on this so that next session he's around.
Right in this.
Well, actually, yeah, you see the ship coming back, and Vince is like, you know what? I thought about it. I think I'm gonna join you.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
and the ship drops him off right there.
Depending on whether he's here
I have a
next week or
question.
next time or not.
And as the ship flies away, this is when that beholder shows up.
So is the hole right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the roof.
Yeah.
And that's the rubble of the
that
stairs
rubble
there.
Is that where Vincent gonna drop in?
No, Vincent dropped off right here.
Dropped off there, so that's where he's gonna start.
Yeah, he shimmied down a rope, and they dropped him off on this ledge because they saw you guys all lined up there. He's like, I saw what's happening to the tooth. I think I need to join him.
Oh, so the bridge is outside.
It's outside, open to the air. Yeah, you're about 40. You're about 40 feet up from a courtyard below.
I think Fizzbot needs to have a beholder familiar. Your familiar needs a familiar. Or maybe the other way around. You need the beholder familiar as your familiar.
Right.
If only I could weld these arms onto you.
So this is a clockwork beholder.
Fine.
Cool. It's a pretty cool looking dude.
No kidding.
Maybe we can like attach Fizzbot to the clockwork familiar. It can be like another piece of the puzzle that gets joined on.
Yeah, weld them together.
If you guys can live through this and not destroy the beholder, but just maybe incapacitate it and do surgery on it, maybe that could happen.
All right, we know the goal, guys.
So what you're saying is there's a chance.
There's a chance.
Thank you for streaming this episode of the Mobius Chronicles. Our team at Perilous Pursuits love playing D&D, but your likes, thumbs ups, and subscriptions motivate us to do even more crazy characters, voices, and memorable moments. For streaming options for all of our shows, a link to our Facebook community, and tools and extras that might help your D&D games, go to our website at www.perilouspursuits.com. In the meantime, ask that black dragon to acid wash your jeans, cast duplicity, and double date those water genasi sisters. Then meet your friends at the barge ride in, and drink some ale, roll some dice, and play some D&D.